I'm just hyped we have a date, then it's set, we can look forward to
16th
it.
of May, my friend. It is not that far away if you think about it.
4 months, I mean, a lot can happen in 4 months as well.
How many more MKX tournaments will we have before then and now? That's what I want to know.
Europe
KIT,
has one.
yeah. Europe's got the Yuzu Arena. We've got, I believe, final round. Final round is actually going to be before it's
Combo Breaker?
Combo Breaker, I believe, is actually like ever so
10
slightly
days
afterwards.
after, I think,
Yeah.
or something they said.
Alright,
I mean,
so make sure, Zorro, make sure you're AFK. I'm going to AFK now as well. But this does mean, in the button, well, I guess you could call this the button check while we wait. This did mean that Raimi was using Katana in this. Does that mean that Katana is going to be used versus Nausea? That's what I want to know.
Don't know how the Spectral Katana of all variations matchups go, but if he is playing Katana, it'd be interesting to see which variation he picks. He's gone Mournful.
Brilliant. So almost immediately, I think the reason this matchup will be a bit different is because we have... It's a matchup you would see quite a lot, but it wouldn't be these two variations, right? Mournful, obviously shouts to Katana Prime actually at KIT, giving us a really good display of Mournful as well, showing us this is a really decent character, but Spectral is not going to have a shred of a projectile. So this is going to be a matchup of Ermac does need to get in. He's not going to trade the push. He's not going to trade with Soul Ball. He's going to have to try and close in that space almost immediately, but I think if we can just keep Raimi near the corner, it'll be good.
Yeah, we can see already that he's using the glaive to punish the drop every time, and it's working quite well, but the teleport does catch.
Now, I think almost one of the things we've seen almost immediately is he's trying to check the air tosses with teleport, but it whiffed really early on, so I don't know if that's going to be a consistent option. Hang on, as I say it though, he does go for it again, and I love the fact that Nausea is actually waiting for the glaive to be tossed before he teleports. Like, this is a complete reaction.
Yeah, I like the way Nausea's playing this. He's playing it very patient. He's not doing anything too silly at the moment. Gets a good catch on the overhead.
Little hitboxes.
That should close it out.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's just going to be one of the woes of fighting a character with a small hitbox. It does kind of force combos to either be slightly different, or you've got to do them a little bit tighter, because the opponent's just a bit smaller, you know? It's going to be harder to make those links connect.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just got to deal with it, unfortunately. And another good catch on another Quake. And from Remy, he's doing very well on reading those and doing the appropriate response. And again,
yeah, he's getting caught by that glaive though, back to back. That's going to be really respectable damage. How much is that going to be? Repositioning, putting him straight back into the corner. Yeah, 39%. Mournful definitely doesn't lack in the damage department.
Oh, definitely not. Katana in general does very good damage. Very good damage.
So every time there's been a knockdown so far, we need to bring attention to the fact that we haven't actually seen any neutral crouches when we feel like Katana's going to go for a shadow kick. And that's a big deal. In a matchup like this, it's almost kind of like Jax, the Jax syndrome, where if you think the straight attack is going to come, you need to make sure that you're neutral crouching, because although the shadow kick is safe when she does it in this variation, it's a high, you know. So if you think they're going to do it as either a wake-up attack on meter burn or just as a poke, you've got to be neutral crouching and challenging that, because otherwise it's a free poke. It's a free jump distance poke.
Yeah, it's essentially like Johnny Cage's shadow kick.
It's exactly the same, isn't it?
So Nausea goes down 1-0. A really good performance so far by Rami.
Playing very
played
solid.
that matchup very well. It seemed like he knew what was going on at least. Will we see a variation switch though?
I mean, I know Nausea is. I mean, look, there's no prize for these community cups, right? So this is a good opportunity for players to really play the things they find fun and that they enjoy. We know Nausea is a big fan of Spectral, and it's kind of been his jam since launch. But really and truly, I would say in a matchup like this, if you're going to be an Ermac player, we know that Nausea can actually play the other variations. It's just Spectral's his favourite. You really need something to challenge that full screen. I know when we see Toxin play a matchup like this, Toxin is a big advocate of picking Mystic in this. We've seen him also go Master of Souls when he fought Sacron at ESL Season 3.
That's correct.
It's just having that trading tool, something that you can trade with and just not be the one that has to deal with that full screen, you know? However, though, this is looking really good right now. Oh, drops the combo.
Making a lot of good... He's just enforcing the mix a lot better in this round already.
Yeah, I agree.
He caught him with a few good 50-50s. And he's just paying the price for it in good damage. Spectral, another character that really doesn't lack in damage, but again, getting punished for that Quake. Every time he's getting hit by a glaive.
Oh, that was a really nice charge, though, just to challenge the float right there. Nice
Nice
cross up.
answer,
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure, for sure. Ermax down one,
Very
such an amazing tool. Goes in for the meter
Goes
burn,
for the
just
standing
cashing out.
reset.
Yeah, getting a little bit more damage. Oh, not neutral crouching again. I feel like if he really expects the shadow kick, he needs to try and challenge that with a neutral crouch.
Yeah, instead of trying to make it's more of a hard read against the Katana player. I mean, as long as you do it once and you show that you understand the sort of the situation you're in, the Katana might hesitate, stop doing it, and then it opens up more options for him, I think.
Ooh, check! Oh my God, hitboxes!
Nice.
Getting caught by the wake up
Anti-aerial.
staff. I don't even know what the name of that move is. Staff
Neither
smash,
do
whatever.
I.
He's not going to catch it, trying to float out the way, and he's going to chase it down with a
Nice
teleport.
push.
That's not going to be game over, but he's going to get some nice setup on this. Goes
He's
in for
got
the
the,
meter burn.
he's got the standing
Again, he
reset
gets
again with
tagged!
the grab and goes into the brutality. I've not seen that. Never
Nausea
seen that,
gets
actually.
that. Nausea gets that all the time. Like, it's one of his most consistent brutalities because he just catches it off a corner mix. And most of the time, the mix-up, the opponent is left standing. So it's going to give you that guaranteed, like, you know, standing straight charge. And, you know, it's definitely a sort of a stylish way to end it. But to be honest, I think that was so smart. I was about to say, Raimi at the end there had built sufficient meter that he had a wake-up attack available. And in that situation where a wake-up attack's worth of damage was going to be enough to take it, I think she had an interesting mix-up where if you're going to try and neutral crouch Katana on wake-up, let's not forget, she actually doesn't lose her fan uppercut when she's immortal. So she's actually got two wake-up attacks. She's got
correct,
the
yeah.
shadow kick that can be neutral crouched, but she's also got the mid-hitting uppercut. So if he predicts a neutral crouch, then that
There it
uppercut right
was.
there will catch it.
He punished it really well. Nice whiff punish with the forward 4. 36%.
Very respectable damage on that tag. Going to build a little bit of just that chippy damage away with those ground pounds there. He's going to get 2, and that's going to add up super quick, forcing a bar out of Raimi. Even if it wasn't punished or whatever, that's losing the bar.
I think those are
off
the
the air
first
glaive.
2 Quakes that I've seen from Nausea that haven't been punished by a glaive. Really nice meaties so far from Raimi. Not allowing Nausea any time, not messing him up at all. Getting the hard knockdown again.
Doing the wake-up charge right as Raimi did something though, so he's not going to get punished. He's going to spend the bar, just try and get that relaunch. He's going to get respectable damage here, 29%. He's going to get some decent Oki, and it goes over on the head, the corpse hop. That's
well
really,
played by Nausea, getting the hard knockdown every single time, enforcing an Oki, making the Katana make a read on what he's going to do on wake up.
I feel like
Working up for him.
repositioning, it was a risky play because it did mean that he ended the round in the corner. But it was the fact that he went over and reversed those inputs. You know, Raimi was unable to get a wake-up attack in that situation, which was, you know, definitely why he won. Nice catch there, seeing the gravity that it's not going to connect and ground pounds instead. Smart stuff.
Yeah, 15%. I mean, it's not terrible. Damage is damage, but he gets caught out from the teleport this time. It's been working so well for him, but maybe just needs to tone it down a
good
little.
NJP.
Yeah, very nice NJP. Katana now has the positioning, and Katana in the corner is a scary character.
Yeah, for sure.
Nausea with 2.5 bars, 2 3/4 bars though to work with, so I would expect at least one here to wake up if he gets knocked down again.
Well, I think one of the strengths of Mournful is, or one of the differences, is that she's not going to be like the other variations where she gets reliable, consistent damage mid-screen. It's going to have to come from the corner where she can actually combo off those meatless glaive juggles.
Yeah, she's got no bar at all now, so maybe Nausea can start enforcing his offense a little bit more like he did for about the last game and a half. He's got full bar as well, so he can get some serious damage, and she just wasted her only bar trying to catch him out of the air there with a shadow kick.
That was an amazing trade for Nausea. Wow, risky stuff. Spending one of his bars, so he's not going to have the X-ray. Not that he probably would have used it. Gets an anti-cross up. That's going to be a full combo. He's going to be going into this next mix-up. He's going to get the meter man grab. Good block on the overhead, though. Raimi has no bar to interrupt, but again, he's going to get hit, and that's going to be a full combo. Raimi's definitely going to take this game.
Kill.
Yeah, for sure. That's game
there
over.
it is again. The uppercut combo into the repositioning. I like the fact that he's doing that in the corner as well, because if not, the ender would actually throw Nausea out of the corner, but he's doing it so that the uppercut sends him over the top, sends him back into the corner, nice hard knockdown, really good 37% respectable damage as well.
It's a really reliable B&B that Mournful players have used pretty much since forever. A lot of the time you don't really see uppercut combos used because, although they look swaggy and they do a good amount of damage, it does tend to make the opponent fly over your head, and that's, you know, ultimately that's very rarely where you want it to be. But because she can end it in the staff smash, which repositions, and it's just a very legitimate way to get a B&B. Nausea sticking with Spectral. I think there have been some really good moments there, and I think he's, to be honest, being a Spectral main himself, I do think he's very content with just being the one that has to close in space, even though as an Ermac
Yeah.
player, you've got the option to pick the other variations for the full screen presence. I think because Nausea has used Spectral for so long, he's no stranger to like being zoned out, and he's totally comfortable with it.
That's right, yeah. You do get used to it after a while, but again, he gets caught with that forward too.
But I think those wayward hits aren't going to be as bad with Mournful. I just saw he only got like 17%. If that was the other variations, that would have been a fan toss into a full combo. But because it's Mournful, it's not going to be as damaging mid-screen.
But the thing is, Nausea's getting caught by a lot of stray glaives, trying to float out of things and stuff like that. So maybe that will add up the extra damage that he's not getting from these combos. And again, he's put in the corner.
Oh, dropping the combo though, that could have been the round. I don't think it matters too much because he's looking really good for health, but hang on, Nausea. Looking to catch a couple of hits, evening out the life as much as he can, but still definitely an uphill battle right now. Catch the teleport, I don't think he was ready for that. Oh, he was ready for that one though.
Nice confirm on the jumping kick.
Oh no!
But he drops the combo. That could be big really, because he's now going to be down, what, 30%? The comeback was never going to happen from that situation after dropping that combo.
He looks very uncomfortable. Nausea looks very uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, I'd say he probably hasn't played a Mournful of this caliber. Not a character that's used very often in Europe anyway.
Yeah, I think Katana, I mean, it was mainly CIS, right? The CIS region kind of had Katana on lockdown, but the rest of Europe, not so much.
That's right. I mean, there's 2-3 good katanas in America now, and a couple in Europe, but we don't really see the European katanas do much. And a nice almond reversal, especially in Mournful, we don't see much from.
Yeah,
but
a very unpopular character, but definitely as solid as a rock. Catching that's going to be another full hit, but it's not going to have the bar, so not a full combo right now. Nausea not ready for that to be a full combo. Good block there from Raimi. Uses the bar.
Nice armor.
Yeah, he's going to have one piece of armor left, so
can't allow Nausea to start pressure now. That's all he has to do. He has to focus on not allowing Nausea to start anything. He has 2 bars. He catches
that's going to be it.
Nice conversion as well by Nausea. Getting these stray hits, and 9 times out of 10 he's converting them into good damage. Meterless most of the time as well.
For sure. And this is still match point for Raimi, so if he wins this round, he's going to be moving on, eliminating Nausea from this tournament. Nausea's looking for that win as much as he can, because he came so close to winning against the Vasting Man, but again, he spends 2 bars to catch it, forcing breakout of Nausea right now. Not a great situation for Nausea to be in. He's not going to have those trading tools. Again, it's going to whiff, no punish.
Nausea needs to make these hits count more so, but he's got a hit now. Starts the mix, overheads again.
The Spectral mix up. That's no full combo! Caught trying to jump! The anti is going to be good though. I think that's actually game over. Yep, that's game over. 2 games each. To kill her.
And with a fatal, does he think that this is game over or something?
I think that in this situation it's actually kind of more of a momentum thing, right? So he's gone, right, I was on the back foot. This might just be some time. Maybe he just wants time, do you know what I mean? To just think about it and go, look, now I need to sit down, I need to think about what's going on here. I've only got to win 1 more game. I was on the ropes right there. Like, he was a hair's length away from losing this set. So, Raimi, in this situation, after being fataled, just to stall time, that's all this fatality was. Strategic fatality right now. Raimi's basically, this is going to be a testament to how he can keep it together. Has Raimi been in this situation before? This is the first time I've seen him in a semi-final. Has he been under this kind of pressure? You've got 1 game. If you lose, you're out. If you win, you're going into grand finals. If this is a first for him, then this is going to be a testament to how he can keep it together as a player.
I agree, and I mean, Nausea is no stranger to tournament pressure. He's a tournament player after all. But everyone's sticking with the same variations. Gone Mournful again, so he's obviously quite confident that he can take it.
I agree.
He wasn't far away.
He was so close, but clearly Raimi has a really decent Mournful too. Like, this is a fantastic display of what the variation can do. And clearly his most comfortable variation. I mean, you'd fool me if it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a very good job. He seems to know this matchup as well, which in my opinion is quite a niche matchup. You won't see this too often.
Challenging it with the charge.
Yeah, nice punish for the charge. But again, he's getting caught by these stray glaives and it's adding up. Like, he's not getting huge hits, Raimi, but Nausea again with that teleport, not into full
I just don't know why
combos.
it's not connecting. I don't know whether it's a consistent thing, maybe it's a small hitbox thing. But again, it's missing. Maybe it looks like he's catching it too high up in the air, and it's just not at the right range. That's what it kind of looks like to me. But either way, I mean, he's consistently going for it and losing damage because of it. I mean,
if we counted across the 3 games, he's probably dropped it about 4 or 5 times at least.
Yeah,
he gets punished for the teleport this time.
But if you think about the fact that he's landed about 4 teleports in this game, how much damage would it be if he actually landed the conversions? But he's just not landing anything in this game. Getting a bit flustered. He's just getting tagged by so many of these stray glaives. Can't afford
Yeah,
to take too many.
Yeah, he's taking too many stray hits. It's been adding up in total. I mean, this is going to be good damage again. Oh, he drops the combo. Maybe that would have only been another 2-3%.
He has let him out the corner though.
This is not looking good for Nausea. I mean, Raimi has no bar. He connects it this time.
Yeah, it's good. I think he tried to run cancel. No, whiffs the grab. That was so crucial. Gets the anti-cross up. Was not ready for it to connect though. That could be everything.
Raimi in the corner, but he armors out.
One more glaive's going to do it. He tries to Mia burn the teleport. Yeah, that's going to be game over. Unfortunately, just, I think, one drop or 3 or 4. Way too many at the end of that set. And that is going to move Raimi onto the grand finals.
I mean, well played to him in his first semi-final. He held it down, clutched it out for 3-2. Not many people can say that. Some people would have crumbled under that. So well done to him. Nausea, I feel like he just played a little bit antsy. Dropped his combos. Maybe it's something that he needs to look at after this, whether it's a consistency thing, whether it was just him dropping them. Who knows? But he lost a lot of damage because of it, and in my opinion, that's the reason why he lost the set.
Well, ultimately, it just came down to dropping those combos at the end. I don't know what the reasons were. Maybe it was, maybe it was a small hitbox thing. Maybe he's not used to it. Either way, it's just, that's not what. I wasn't ideal. There was a lot of damage left on the table, but that's the nature. If you're going to drop your combos, then that's really going to be all that you'll need. You're giving your opponent a chance to come back. You're missing out on damage, and that's that. Raimi is going to be moving on to grand finals tonight. Very excited to see who he's going to be up against. His opponent is going to either be, let's have a look at this bracket right here.
I believe it was Shaz or
Mr. Kisnikov, who was actually, funny enough, another Katana player who we saw in a couple of weeks ago. He got grand finals 1 week too. So we might actually see a Katana mirror in grand finals if Kisnikov takes out Shaz, which we're going to go and set up right now.